So this is the potting bench that I've just made. It's a DIY potting bench made from recycled materials. It's probably only about £4 or £5 in total cost, because most of the objects were free, just the screws really that cost any money. It's custom made, as I say, because I made it myself. So I'll show you some of the features that make it up. So first of all, we got the main supports here, actually from an old bunk bed of mine when I was a kid. So there's the only bits from the original bunk bed are the two ends here. To make the tabletop, these are all, I'm not actually sure where these planks came from, but you can see here, I think maybe a skirting board or something like that on this section. So that's the main worktop, quite a big surface. Some of the main features are this bit here, which will be a compost dispenser. So basically you fill up compost on the top here, and the way that this is sloped is the compost runs down and it'll just have a little wall of compost here, so as you pull it away and dig it away, more of it falls down from above, so it'll dispense compost, and you can put up your plants here on this part of the table. Further along, I've got a waste chute. The idea of this is because normally you'll either have your bucket up there and you'll keep putting it up, or you'll have your bucket on the floor, and when you're throwing it in you might miss it. So what I've done here is I've built a chute. So you just put your bucket underneath like so, like that, and you've got a hole at the top, so when you've got your rubbish you just push it in down the hole. So you can just be like weeding or getting waste compost, you just throw it in there, and then it's all handily collected in the compost bucket. In the bucket you can see there nothing escapes. It captures all the material, so that works really nicely. And you can use a variety of different bucket sizes. So yeah, a large working space here. Then we've got a shelf here, so you can get your tools. It's quite deep, so you can put a trowel in there and a few other things. The idea is you've got secateurs or trowels, so whilst you're potting up on the surface here, you can just quickly reach down and grab any tools that you need to. It saves a lot of time that way. Also nice and handy nearby is with this, we've got plastic pots here. And so this is made from an old, you can just see there, it's the back of it's a grass collection unit from a lawnmower, and all I've done is screwed in some old bed slats onto the top, and that just slides in nicely like that, stores away, and then it comes out and comes down a little bit, so it's nice and easy, and you can get all your pots and things. Quite handy. It's quite a lot of storage space, so that saves a lot of time when you're potting up here. You don't have to go very far at all to get your pots, and it's very simple. There's not even any runners, it's just the structural supports, the slats run underneath and between them, and that allows it just to slide in and out quite easily like that. You can see that's all you need to get your pots, and then neatly tucks them away. So yeah, the shelf here is made out of skirting board. The side of this here is also old Victorian skirting board. You can tell it's quite old and Victorian by the size of that. It's from a big house. Really thick skirting board there. This little feeder bit here is actually off an old piece of furniture. Not sure what it was originally. Then the wood here, and some of the wood on this side of the top and the bottom here is actually the sarking off an old Victorian house. At the back here we have a piece from a second bed as support with two bits of fencing also attached, just so it doesn't wobble, and it's completely solid, doesn't wobble at all. Even this is quite solid. It's really, I made it with function over form really. It's not made to look pretty, but so that's why the back here looks pretty ramshackle, but it's solid and it does the job. And at the back here there's plenty of space for storing whatever you want, whatever you need. You might have just put a watering can there for size, so there's plenty of space there for storage, and that'll save a lot of space in the polytunnel. So that's the potting beds. It's pretty much finished. I mean, there is scope possibly to put a bit more shelving at the back here, or maybe a little water dispenser so you can easily water in your new seedlings and plants, but that's it finished for now, and I'm quite proud of it. It's a decent size. I'll put a fork next to it so you can see how big it is, and that's quite a big spade. And there you are. So it's a decent size, and this isn't the final position. It will be going in the corner of the polytunnel, but that's my homemade potting bench. I made it in one day, and then about a couple of hours this morning as well.